Is behaviour a social construct, or is it hereditary? Behaviour has many theories about it, part of which weren't on the social side, and part of which are on a biological side. And these theories are very different. There are multiple genetic hereditary theories that suggest how we learn behaviour, or I say learn behaviour, that we're born a certain way, we're born to act in a certain way, but that's deterministic. And we all know that behaviour isn't just genetic. It can be somewhat genetic, but it isn't fully genetic. Because we can also learn behaviour. We can learn it through association, imitating behaviours, or just rewards and stuff like that. So I'm going to cover 3 theories that suggest that behaviour is a social construct, and I'm going to look at 2 theories that I'm going to look at a couple of theories that suggest that it is genetic / hereditary, whatever you want me to say. But anyway, yeah. So one of the social parts of behaviour is learning theories, and a learning theory that I'm going to discuss here is classical conditioning. So classical conditioning is learning behaviour through association. We associate something, say like, I don't know, like food. Like food will produce a natural response of, say, hunger or salivation or something like that. And whenever you go downstairs, say to the kitchen, which is like a neutral stimulus, you don't get hungry by going into the kitchen. But say like if you pair the food and the kitchen over time, you'll eventually become hungry. And it's basically how we train pets. Basically, we train them through association. They learn to associate one thing, say like treats. They will associate, for a dog anyway, like a dog will associate a treat with like food, or with a trick, and over time they'll do the trick without necessarily getting a treat. Usually you would give them the treat, but and then there's also operant conditioning, which is learning behaviour through rewards and punishment. Now, operant conditioning, basically we do a behaviour, and then based on what that behaviour constitutes, whether we are rewarded for that behaviour or we're punished for that behaviour, we are motivated to either repeat or demotivated not to repeat that behaviour. And these suggest that behaviour is social, but how are these behaviours actually learned? And then there's also social learning theory, which suggests that we learn our behaviour through the imitation of others, and that our behaviour is due to the environment around us. And while this is all true to an extent, it doesn't explain how behaviours are just naturally occurring. Like, we are born to be a certain way. Like, in prisons right now, 10 out of 11 violent criminals have high levels of testosterone. It doesn't explain that. Like, testosterone levels, if you have high testosterone levels, you are more likely to express anger in ways that it's not catharsis, and that suggests that behaviour is maybe just a biological cause. It's not genetic. Oh no, it is genetic even. It's not a social side. It's like, and that people born with an X and Y chromosome, or males anyway, compared to their siblings, they are more likely to be more aggressive as well, and that is disproportionate in prisons, as people who have more Y chromosomes are statistically showing up in prisons. And then there's also evolutionary theory, which suggests that over time males have evolved to be more aggressive than females, because stereotypically males had to be more aggressive in order to survive, and that over time that aggression has passed on through generations, which is why some males express more aggression in order to attract a female mate, and that suggests that behaviour is still biologically caused, or aggression anyway is biologically caused. And then there's also things like brain functioning, like people with underdeveloped prefrontal cortex is likely to have problems with mental processing and spatial awareness, things like that. Phineas Gage, who had a ironing, like some sort of rod go straight through his skull. Sounds very painful, but he somehow survived. But after the accident, his friends and peers said that he had completely changed to be more aggressive and more irritable, and things like that suggest that a biological cause, or it's a somewhat biological cause, if you have abnormality of mental functioning, that you are more likely to, like, you behave in a different way to everyone else. Like Charles Whitman, who had a tumour growing on his limbic system, and while this is just one person, it may not happen for all people. It caused him to go out and shoot a school in America, which is an entirely different issue that I want to discuss. But anyway, thanks guys for watching it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.